welcome back to my channel. And today is the first day of Black History Month. Join me every day this month for a new Black History fact. Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about Claudette Colvin. Before there was Rosa Parks, there was Claudette Colvin. March 2nd, 1955, Claudette refused to move to the back of the bus when ordered. Guys, she was just 15. That was 9 months. 9 months before, Rosa Parks' refusal launched the Montgomery bus boycott. She also challenged segregation laws in court. The NAACP, along with other Black organizations, felt that Rosa Parks made a better icon for the boycott movement than a teenager. Guys, you're not ever too young to stand up for what's right. Be like Claudette Colvin. Do what's right, no matter how young you are. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lunni Bunny. Today's February 2nd, and here's another Black History fact. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Let's go! Wednesday, August 28, in 1963, over 250,000 people gathered to hear what would be the final speech on the March of Washington. The night before, Dr. King worked on his now famous speech with a team of advisors. Guys, the original speech did not even talk about dreams. Well, at the podium, Dr. King decided to push the original note to the side and speak from the heart. His I Have a Dream speech is now easily one of the most recognizable in American history. Join me tomorrow for another Black History fact. I'm Lunni Bunny, and welcome back to my channel. Today is February 3rd, and let's get ready for another Black History fact. Today we're going to be talking about the real Betty Boop. This iconic cartoon character was actually inspired by a Black jazz singer in Harlem, New York, by the name of Esther Jones. Esther Jones was known as Baby Esther. She regularly performed in the famous Cotton Club in the 1920s. Her trademark vocal style, using boops along with other childlike scat sounds, quickly caught the attention of other musicians and famous actresses. The cartoon of Betty Boop was brought to life by a cartoonist by the name of Max Fleischer in the 1930s. Guys, the only Betty Boop I saw was white. Imagine how shocked I was to learn that she was inspired by a Black woman. I think that's pretty awesome, don't you? Thank you for joining me, guys. Tune in tomorrow for another Black History fact. Bye! Hi guys, it's Lunni Bunny. Welcome back to my channel. Today's February 4th. Let's get into another Black History fact. Yeah! Today we're going to be talking about Bessie Coleman. She was the first African-American licensed female pilot. Bessie was born in 1892 in Atlanta, Texas. She grew up in an area stricken by poverty, discrimination, segregation. She was always fascinated by tales of aviation told by soldiers returning from World War II. In 1920, Bessie moved to France and studied aviation for 7 months until she learned how to fly. In June 1921, she was awarded her international pilot's license. For the next 5 years, Bessie performed at countless air shows and encouraged other African Americans to learn to fly. Bessie refused to perform anywhere that blacks were not admitted. Unfortunately, Bessie died in a plane accident in 1926. Famous writer and equal rights advocate Ida B. Wells presided over her funeral. That's all for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History fact. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back. Today is February 5th, and we're joined by my brother Grayson. Let's get started with another Black History fact. What's Black History Month? You'll see. What is now known as Black History Month actually began as Negro History Week. Negro History Week was created by a man by the name of Carter G. Woodson in 1926. He was a celebrated African American educator, historian, scholar, and publisher. This tradition became a month-long celebration in 1976. Why did they choose February? February was chosen to accommodate the notable birthdays of both Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. How will you choose to celebrate this month? Comment below and join us tomorrow with another Black History fact. Bye! Bye! Hey guys, it's February 6th. Thanks for coming back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about Daisy Fakes. Let's get started. Let's get started. When Daisy was just 3 years old, her mother was murdered by 3 white men. Her mother's death forced Daisy to confront racist man, dedicate her life to racial equality. At just 15, Daisy met her future husband, and together they traveled through the South, eventually settling in Little Fork, Arkansas. There she and her husband started the Arkansas Weekly, which was the only African American newspaper dedicated solely to the civil rights movement. Daisy served as president of the Arkansas chapter of the ASCP. In 1954, when the Supreme Court ruled that segregating schools was unconstitutional, Daisy began gathering African American students to enroll into white schools. In 1957, when the ASCP began to focus the efforts onto schools in Arkansas, Daisy organized the Little Rock Nine. This group consisted of 9 black students that were to integrate into Central High School. Daisy drove the students to school to ensure their safety. That's pretty cool. With the success of the Little Rock Nine, Daisy continued to work to improve the status of African American students. This work also unfortunately caused Daisy and her family to become targets of threats. This intimidation forced the Bates family to stop printing their newspaper. That's not really cool. In 1962, her memoir, The Long Shadow of the Little Rock, The Golem to Win, and the American Book Award. Daisy died November 4th, 1999. Because of her dedication to the state of Arkansas, they declared the third Monday of February Daisy Gaston Bates Day. She was also awarded the Medal of Freedom in 1999 posthumously. That means she won after she died. Thanks for explaining that, Grayson. That's it for today. Join us tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Bum, 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 do, do, do. Hey guys, it's February 7th, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Shirley Chisholm. Shirley Chisholm was born in New York on November 30th, 1924. She was sent to live with her grandmother in Barbados, where she received a British education. There she picked up a slight but noticeable accent that remained with her whole life. That's pretty cool. She returned to the U.S. at 9 to resume public schools education. In 1946, she studied sociology at Brooklyn College, where she earned her bachelor's degree. In 1952, Shirley earned her master's at Columbia University in early childhood education. In 1964, Shirley won a seat in the New York State Assembly, making her the first Black American to serve on the state legislature. Shirley was the first Black woman to be elected to Congress, where she would serve 7 terms. Shirley was known for her bold declarations for change. In 1971, she was assigned to the Education and Labor in the department that she hired all females. January in 1972, Shirley announced her intention to seek her nomination of the Democratic Party. She was the first Black woman to run for a major party as well as the first woman to seek Democratic nomination. Her candidate faced more than the fair share of challenges, from assassination attempts, poor campaign funding, to having to sue television stations. Shirley was eventually granted protection of the Secret Service to ensure her continued safety. Even with such obstacles, Shirley still managed to get her name on the primary ballot in 12 states and won 28 delegates in primary elections. She received 152 delegates at the Democratic National Convention, coming in 4th place. Shirley retired from Congress in 1982, but she most certainly did not slow down. She returned to teaching and spoke at several colleges across the country. Shirley died January 1st in 2005 at age 80. The inscription on her mausoleum reads, "Unbought and unbossed." Rightly so. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is February 8th. Let's get started with another Black History Fact. Today we're going to be talking about Diane Durham. Diane was born in 1968 in Gary, Indiana. She began to take gymnastics at the YMCA at just 4 years old. In 1981, Diane won the Junior Elite All-Around title at the U.S. National Championships. She would successfully defend her title in 1982 and 3, making her the first African American to win a national gymnastics title. She won gold in all-around, balance beam, vault, and floor exercises. During the team trials for the 1984 Summer Olympics, Diane injured her ankle on vault and was forced to withdraw in the competition. For 17 years, Diane ran a gymnastics school called Silene Gymnastics on the north side of Chicago. Initially, Diane did not realize the importance of her victories. She literally paved the way for African American gymnasts to dominate. Sadly, Diane just recently passed away, February 4th of this year, after battling an illness for a short time. I'm so thankful for Diane. I love taking my gymnastics classes. Thanks, Diane. That's all for today. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Don't, yeah, dancing. Why are you standing up dancing?
Today's February 9th, and we're back for another Black History Fact.
Today we're going to do something a little special.
That's right. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of our Black History Fact.
Let's get started. For nearly 80 years, Hicks Grocery has been more than just a market for generations throughout the Marshall, Texas community.
The store was established in 1983 by Ernest Hicks Sr. Upon his passing, the business then passed to his son, Ernest Hicks Jr., and his wife, Hazel Hicks, in the 1970s.
We know him as Big Daddy and Mama Hazel.
Locals will describe this store as a neighborhood staple.
All the kitchen, all the store has been closed. Many members of the community reminisce all the soft food Mama Hazel would pour her love into.
In 2003, the Community Affairs Action Group of Harrison County awarded Hicks Grocery a certificate of achievement for being an invaluable asset to the community as a minority business owner.
In 2017, the Liberty Baptist Church recognized Hicks Grocery with the Stars of Excellence in honor of African heritage and the American entrepreneurial spirit.
Happy birthday, Big Daddy! Join us tomorrow for another Black History Fact.
Bye!
welcome back to my channel. Today is February 10. Let's get started with another Black History fact. Today we're going to be talking about George Washington Carver. George is known to many as just the peanut butter man, but he was actually so much more. From a very early age, George exhibited an affinity to plants. He earned the nickname the Plant Doctor and was frequently sought after to improve the health of gardens, fields, and orchards. George graduated from Minneapolis High School in 1880. He was applied and accepted to Highland College and Kansas. He would later be rejected when the administration learned he was Black. He would, however, be accepted into Simpson College, a Methodist school that admitted all qualified applicants. In 1894, George became the first African American to earn a Bachelor for Science. In 1896, George earned his Master of Agriculture degree after convincing the Tuskegee University to establish an agricultural department. George accepted a job offer and would work there for the rest of his life.
George was always looking for ways to help southern farmers with their crops. During his time at the university, George would discover over 300 uses for peanuts. He will also discover dozens of uses for plants like sweet potatoes, soybeans, and pecan. Even with all his successes, George always remained true to his purpose. He published a long series of easy-to-read bulletins for farmers. He provided tips to maximize crop yield as well as other creative uses for their crops. That's all for today, guys. Join us tomorrow with another Black History fact. Bye!
Yay, yay, yay! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is February the 11th, and we're here with another Black History fact. Today we're going to be talking about Sarah Bailey. Sarah Bailey is most known for organizing the first group of African American Girl Scouts in 1945. That same year, she would also organize the first day camp for African American girls. That is so cool because I love camp. Sarah was a natural-born educator, receiving her teaching degree as well as volunteering at Rehabilitation and Detention Center for Girls in Macon, Georgia. Sarah believed that every life holds value, which is why she organized young women for the Young Women's Christian Association Girl Reserves Group. She took this opportunity to teach them life skills. After organizing over 15 girls for the reserves group, Miss Bailey was invited to organize the first Black Girl Scout troop in Macon, Georgia, in 1948. Bailey would serve as chairwoman for the Macon Girl Scouts Central Committee. She also earned the Thanks Badge, which is the highest Scout's honor to be given to an adult. Sarah passed away in 1972, and in 1994, the Macon Girl Scout Center was renamed the Sarah Bailey Sarah Center. Thank you, Miss Sarah Bailey, for your contribution to Black History. See you next time for another Black History fact. Bye! Hey guys, it's February 12th. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have another Black History fact. Today we're going to be talking about Berthea Hall. Let's get started. Berthea Hall is most prominently known as a key inspiration for Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. She was so much more, though. She was an outspoken civil rights activist and preacher. Taking a page from her father's book, Hall joined the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC, and enrolled as a student at Temple University. Hall also joined the Fellowship House, which gathered students from Philadelphia and taught the importance of organizing and social activism. Hall graduated from Temple University and went to Georgia to participate in the All Biddy Project. She worked in voter registration drive, Freedom Rise, and countless other demonstrations. Hall habitually demonstrated her determination for equality, placing herself in the path of racist white, attempting to sabotage the young activist. In 1962, Hall led a meeting after the KKK burned down a popular church. Dr. King attended this meeting where Hall repeatedly used the phrase, "I have a dream." Hall left the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC, in 1966 as they continued to steer away from their namesake on nonviolence. Hall earned her Master's of Divinity, Master's of Theology, and PhD from the Princeton Theological Seminary. In 1978, Hall began serving as pastor of Mount Sharon Baptist Church years after her father's death. She was the first woman ordained in the American Baptist Association. She was also the first woman accepted into the Baptist Ministers Conference in Philadelphia. Berthea Hall passed away at the age of 62 after a long battle with cancer in 2002. Thank you, Berthea Hall, for your contribution in Black history. Thank you for watching. Join me tomorrow for another Black History fact. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it is the 13th. And today we're going to be talking about Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Let's get started. To many, Rebecca Lee Crumpler was known for literally changing the face of medicine. She challenged every racial barrier there was to become the first female African-American physician in 1864. Rebecca was born February 8, 1831. She spent most of her early years caring for sick neighbors. This obviously influenced her career choice. By 1852, Rebecca began working as a nurse until she was accepted into the New England Female Medical College. She graduated in 1864 with her MD degree. That's awesome. She would go on to author the Book of Medical Disclosures in 1883, where she recanted her journey in her Patson for medicine. Rebecca continued to practice medicine in Boston until she moved to Richmond, Virginia. After the Civil War ended in 1865. There she became more acquainted with the diseases with women and children. She also joined Freedmen's Bureau, where she, along with other Black physicians, provided care for free slaves. Rebecca passed away March 9, 1895 in Massachusetts. In 2019, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam declared March 30th the Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler Day. That's all for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today it's February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day! Today for our Black History Fact, today we're going to be talking about Annie Lee Cooper. Let's get started. Annie Lee Cooper was born on June 2nd, 1910 in Selma, Alabama. She was one of 10 children. Annie dropped out of school in 7th grade, moved to Kentucky with her oldest sister. Annie moved back to Selma in 1962 to care for her mother. She was surprised to learn that she was not allowed to register to vote, as she was already registered in both Pennsylvania and Ohio. This prompted Annie to join the Civil Rights Movement. She attempted to register in 1963. This caused her to be fired from her job as a nurse. In January 1965, Annie stood in line for hours outside the Dallas County Courthouse. She was ordered to leave by Sheriff Jim Clark. He continued to prod Annie in the back of the neck with his billy club until Annie turned around and clocked the sheriff right in the jaw, knocking him into the ground. Nope! Just kidding. Annie was arrested and charged with criminal provocations. She was only held for 11 hours before she was released. After this incident, Annie then became a registered voter of the state in Alabama. In your face! Annie passed away on November 24th, 2010. She will later be portrayed by Oprah Winfrey in the 2014 film Selma. I don't know about you, but this woman seems pretty awesome. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for joining. Say bye. See you tomorrow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's February 15th.
And today we're doing another Black History Fact.
Let's get started.
Today we're doing C.T. Vivian.
Corey Tyndall Vivian, or more commonly known as C.T. Vivian, was born July 30th in 1924 in Boonville, Missouri.
After graduating from college, Vivian's first professional job was a recreation director. from the Car Community Center in Illinois. There, Vivian will go on to participate in his first sit-in demonstrations that's the integration of Barton's cafeteria in 1947.
While studying ministry at the American Baptist Theological Seminary, he met James Lawson, who was teaching Gandhi's nonviolent direct action strategy. This nonviolent tactic was implemented on April 19, 1960, when 4,000 demonstrators peacefully walked to Nashville City Hall. There, Vivian, along with other demonstrators, discussed racial discrimination with Nashville. Mayor Ben West publicly agreed that racial discrimination was wrong.
Vivian also helped to found the Nashville Christian Leadership Conference, which hosted the first sit-ins in Nashville in 1960, as well as the first Civil Rights March in 1961. The Freedom Rides also took place in 1961. Vivian worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where he served as director of the Center Christian Leadership Conference.
During the summer voting rights movement, Vivian created the educational program called Vision. This program provided 702 scholarships for Alabama college students. His book, Black Power and the American Myth, was the first book written on the civil rights movement by a member of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s staff.
In 1970, Vivian moved to Atlanta and founded the Black Action Strategies, an information center which focused on multiculturalism in the workplace. In 1979, Vivian was also helped to found the National Anti-Klan Network, where blacks and whites work together to combat white supremacist activity.
August 8, 2013, President Obama named Vivian a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Sadly, C.T. Vivian passed away in Atlanta on July 17, 2020.
C.T. Vivian was a good man, and I thank him.
Thank you for watching, guys. Join us for another Black History Fact tomorrow. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today it's February 16th, and today we have another Black History Fact. Today we're going to be talking about Ethel Payne. Let's get started. Well, Ethel Payne may not be a household name. She has certainly had an impact in American journalism. She earned herself the name First Lady of the Black Press and was known for asking the tough questions no one else dared to. Ethel was born on August 14th, 1911 in Chicago, Illinois. She was the fifth of 6 children. Her love for writing stemmed from the countless nights that her mother would read the Bible and other literature. In 1948, her journalism talents were discovered, where she worked as director of an Army Club in Tokyo. Ethel had kept a journal detailing her observations during her stay in Japan. She bravely recounted issues in the Black community that were censored by other papers. When a reporter from the Chicago Defender visited Ethel, she granted him permission to print excerpts from her diary. While news maltreatment did not sit well with the U.S. military, it did lead to a job offer from the Defender. In 1951, Ethel joined the ranks of other famous writers such as Langston Hughes. During her time with the Defender, Ethel obtained her degree from Medill School of Journalism at Northwestern University as well. Ethel soon began to cover investigating stories. She detailed his story and national events while being in Washington, D.C., which was the heart of the Civil Rights Movement. Most notably, following the Interstate Commerce Commission's decisions to end segregation, Ethel bravely questioned President Eisenhower on his plans to uphold the Commission's decision. Her question was met with such disdain and animosity by the president. I guess you guys can say that he wasn't expecting such a question. Ethel traveled everywhere she could to cover a story. She became the eyes and ears for the Civil Rights Movement, covering the Montgomery bus boycott, as well as the March on Washington. Ethel also wrote a series of articles regarding the condition of the South called "The South at the Crossroads." Adding to her repertoire, Ethel became the first African American to cover international news. Her first big break came when she covered African American troops fighting in the Vietnam War. In 1972, Ethel broke yet another barrier, becoming the first Black woman radio and TV commentator with CBS. Ethel died May 28, 1991. She continued to write and speak out against injustices until her last breath. That's it for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is February 18th. Today we're going to be talking about Nipsey Hussle. Let's get started. Nipsey Hussle was born Aramis Joseph Ashkadam on August 15, 1985 in Crenshaw, Los Angeles, California. He was the second of 3 children. At age 19, Nipsey's father took both he and his brother to the native land of Eritrea, East Africa, for 3 months. He would later credit this trip to inspire him to become a community activist with an entrepreneurial spirit. Nipsey always wanted to focus on providing solutions and inspirations to Black men like himself. He founded a co-working environment called Victor 90. He believed that the Crenshaw area was underserved and wanted youth in his community to have the option of taking classes in science, technology, and mathematics. Nipsey was also heavily involved in the Destination Crenshaw project that was created to showcase the history and culture of African Americans for this neighborhood. June 17, 2017, Nipsey opened the Marathon clothing store at the intersection of the Crenshaw Commercial District. The store was dubbed as a smart store, allowing customers access to exclusive music and much more content via an app. Nipsey also created the record label All Money In, where he was able to release his first major project, The Marathon, on December 21st, 2010. Sadly, Nipsey Hussle was gunned down in the parking lot of his store on March 31st, 2019. He is survived by his 2 children, girlfriend, and brother and sister. The outpour of love and creative inspiration following his death were displayed in over 50 murals just in the city of Los Angeles. The Marathon Book Club was inspired by the books Nipsey mentioned in his interviews, songs, and motivational messages. Even Michelle Obama included his song Hustle and Motivate on her 2020 workout playlist. Puma released the Marathon clothing collection in September 2019. 100% of the net proceeds were donated to the Neighborhood Nip Foundation. That's all for today, guys. Bye! And oh yeah, the marathon continues. Welcome back to my channel. Today's February 19th, and today we're going to be talking about Jay Balvin. Jay Balvin is known as a trailblazer, becoming the first African-American female judge in the United States. Jane was born April 11th, 1908 to an interracial couple. Her father was an attorney in charge of the Dutchess County Bar Association. Jane was an outstanding student, graduating from high school in her mid-teens and enrolling in college. By 1928, Jane had achieved her Bachelor of Arts degree in spite of the overwhelming racism she encountered. In 1931, Jane became the first Black woman to earn a law degree after attending Yale Law School. June 22, 1939, Jane made history once again by becoming the first African-American female judge in the United States. While assigned to family courts, Jane worked tirelessly to confront racist policies, always taking extra care in cases that involved children. Jane also worked with First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt to help eradicate juvenile crimes amongst young boys. Jane was reinstated as a judge 3 times, with each term being 10 years. During this time, she would serve on several boards, to include that of the NAACP. Jane Rowe retired at the age of 70. Jane died January 8, 2007 at the age of 98. In 2011, a biography of Jane's career was published. It was called Daughter of the Empire State, The Life of Judge Jane Boleyn. That's it for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is February 20th. Yay! Today we're going to be talking about Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth and why do we celebrate it? This day is also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, Liberation Day, and Emancipation Day. Originating in Galveston, Texas, this day is widely celebrated on June 19th. This day commemorates the anniversary in which Union Army General Gordon Granger proclaimed slavery in Texas on June 19th, 1865. During the American Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on September 22nd, 1862. This document basically stated that all enslaved people in the Confederate States were now free. However, with Texas being more isolated geographically, slaveholders would migrate there to escape both the law and the fighting. By 1865, there were more than 250,000 slaves in Texas. Whew, that's a lot. Despite the Confederate General Robert E. Lee's surrender on April 9, 1865, the peaceful transition of power didn't actually take place in the morning of June 19, 1865. Where the executive order was read, freeing all those enslaved. The following year, free men began organizing annual celebrations on June 19th. There were some cities that barred Black people from using public parks and such due to Jim Crow laws. But that's for another time. That's all for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is February 21st, and we're back with another Black History Fact. Today we're going to be talking about Misty Copeland. Let's get started. Misty Danielle Copeland was born in Kansas City, Missouri on September 10th, 1982. Misty and her family then moved to Los Angeles, California, where she was raised. She fell in love with dance in middle school. She began taking ballet classes once a week at the Boys and Girls Club. Misty was accepted in the American Ballet Theater in 1999 on a full scholarship. In August 2007, Misty was appointed as a soloist. She gave several standout performances during this time. Misty is most known for becoming the first African American principal dancer in the American Ballet Theater's 75-year history. Wow, that is amazing! September 29, 2020, Misty Copeland released the children's book, Bunheads, where she recalls her experiences, love for ballet. Thank you, Misty, and I one day hope to be a ballet dancer like you. Alright, that's it, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today is February 22nd, and we're back for another Black History Fact.
Today we're doing Graham Jackson Sr. Let's get started. Graham Jackson Sr. was born in Portsmouth, Virginia in 1903. Graham showed his musical talent as early as the age of 3. It was said to be a prodigy because of his ability to master almost any instrument without instruction.
Excelling on both the piano and organ, Graham began giving concerts while in high school.
Graham Jackson Sr. continued performing and began touring, which led him to Atlanta, Georgia in 1923. Here he found opportunities not only to perform in such places as Atlanta's Royal Theater and Bailey's 81, but also to attend Morehouse College. Graham Jackson's desire for education eventually led him to Chicago Music College, Hampton Institute, and Atlanta University.
In 1928, Graham accepted the challenge to become Washington High School, Atlanta's first band director and head of the music department.
Legend has it, he's the one that started marching bands.
He held this position until 1940. During the 12 years, Jackson continued performing in and out of Atlanta. Often for President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Graham enlisted in the United States Navy May 16, 1942, and was discharged September 8, 1945. He was given numerous citations for his service to our country and helping to raise over $30 million worth of bonds and for recruiting for the Navy.
In 1945, Graham became a national symbol of the grief felt over the passing of Franklin D. Roosevelt. A picture of Graham playing an accordion and weeping as the body as Roosevelt left the little White House in Warm Springs, Georgia, was published in Life magazine. Throughout his lifetime, people will remember Graham from this picture and his association with Roosevelt. Many years after Roosevelt's passing, he recalled that when he began to play, it seemed like every nail in every pen in the world just stuck him. The person taking the picture stumbled over his foot and looked up. Graham continued to play. The photographer then saw his face and saw those tears coming down his cheek, and he just reached around on his shoulder and got one of his cameras and snapped a pic.
Besides performing for and being known as the favorite musician of Franklin D. Roosevelt, Graham did much more. He did perform for a total of 7 consecutive presidents and was designated the official musician of the state of Georgia by Governor Jimmy Carter on November 30th, 1971. He appeared on Ed Sullivan's Toast of the Town and Dave Garway's Today Show. He often made appearances at the Mammoth 442 Moeller Organ in Atlanta's Fox Theater.
He recorded 2 albums for Westminster Records. He passed away January 15, 1983. He is remembered by many for his performances at Johnny Dixieland and Pity Pack's porch at 2 Atlanta's restaurants.
Graham Jackson Sr. is my grandfather, and even though I never got to meet him, I am proud and happy to be his great-granddaughter. This is my Black History, and thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's February 23rd, and we're back for another Black History Fact.
Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about Lincoln University. In 1854, Lincoln University was founded by John Miller, Dickey, and Sarah Emily Question. The husband and wife team sought to create opportunities for higher education for African Americans.
Originally named Ashman Institute after the religion leader, Lincoln University is known as the first degree granting HBCU.
HBCU stands for Historical Black College and University.
While the majority of its students are African American, the university quickly made a name for itself, allowing students of all races.
Since 1953, women have also earned degrees from this institution.
That's pretty cool.
After the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln, Ashman Institute was renamed Lincoln University.
Lincoln University boasts several notable alumni, to include Thurgood Marshall,
Langston Hughes,
Cap Calloway,
Christian Fleetwood,
Frederick Alexander,
Jill Scott Parent,
Robert Walter Jackson,
and so many more. Lincoln University was established as a Pennsylvania historic marker on January 25, 1967.
Exactly 30 months after the end of the Civil War, Atlanta University, now Clark Atlanta University, was founded on September 19, 1865, as the first HBCU in the southern United States. That's it for today, guys. Join us tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is February 25th. Today's Black History Fact is the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party was founded in October of 1966 by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. The party was originally formed to patrol African American neighborhoods to protect residents from acts of police brutality. The Black Panther established a unified platform in their goals, including demands for freedom, land, housing, employment, and education. They sought to recruit that everyday Black person who faced any inequalities, especially police brutality. The Black Panthers also attacked issues with housing, welfare, and health. 1967 saw a huge swell in membership after the nation began to take notice of the party via the media. They used their voices and unapologetic love for their people to imprint their images in newspapers, magazines, and television programs. The party's most successful of their 35 survival programs was the free breakfast for children, for studies showing that Children that didn't receive breakfast were less attentive in school and less inclined to do well. The party sprang into action and spent about 2 hours every morning cooking breakfast for kids in poor neighborhoods. With so much success, the Black Panthers quickly became a target for former FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. He launched COINTELPRO as a secret operation to discredit the Black nationalist group. Black Panthers described being harassed, followed, and their phone lines were tapped. Hoover feared the unification of the movement. With the death of some of the party's most prominent members, the momentum of the Black Panthers began to dwindle due to growing hesitation on where the party was headed. The Black Panthers campaigned for African American equality as maintained a lasting impact on Black empowerment. Social movements like Black Lives Matter has credit to the Black Panthers for their influence. That's all for today, guys. Join me tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is February 26th and we're back for another Black History Fact. Well, actually, let's do something a little different. Today, I'm going to give you a few random Black History Facts and tell you who are some of the first in their profession. Do you guys know who the first Black lawyer is? I do. His name was John Mercer Langston. He was the first Black man to become a lawyer when he passed the bar in Ohio in 1854. In 1855, he was elected to the post of town clerk for Brownham, Ohio, becoming one of the first African Americans ever elected to public office in America. Another cool fact, John Mercer Langston was also the great uncle of Langston Hughes, who was a famed poet of the Harlem Renaissance. Do you guys know who the first senator was? Well, if you don't, I can tell you. His name is Hiram Rose Rebels. He was elected to the U.S. Senate. He represented the state of Mississippi from February 1870 to March 1871. That is really cool, guys. You guys know who the first Black American was to win an Oscar? Her name was Hattie McDaniel. In 1940, she won an Academy Award, the film industry's highest honor, for her portrayal of a loyal slave governess in Gone with the Wind. Do you guys know who Jackie Robinson is? He was the first professional Black baseball player on April 5th, 1947. Did you guys know, just a little over 12 years ago, we elected our first Black president? Do you guys know who it is? Good job! It was Barack Obama! And his wife, Michelle Obama, was the first Black lady. And this year, Kamala Harris becomes the first woman of African or Asian descent to become vice president. Thank you for watching today. Tune in tomorrow for another Black History Fact. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, it's February 27th, and we're back with another Black History Fact. Today we're going to do the same thing as yesterday, and I'm going to give you some more random facts. And here to help me, I have my brother Grayson. Do you guys know who the first African American heavyweight boxing champion is? Well, if you don't, his name is Jack Johnson. He won his heavyweight champion boxing title in 1908. He held down to the belt till 1950.
You guys know who Thurgood Marshall is? He was the first African American ever appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. He was appointed by President Lyndon B. Johnson and served on the court in 1967 to 1991.
Guess what, guys? William Tucker was the first known black person to be born in the 13 colonies. He was born Jamestown, Virginia, in 1624.
Stevie Wonder is not only the first black artist to win a Grammy for Album of the Year for 1973's Eurovision, but the first and only musician to win Album of the Year with three straight albums.
Computer scientist Lisa Jalopter assisted with the 1995 creation of shockwave, essential technology that led to the development of web animation.
In 1908, after winning the 4x400-meter relay, John Taylor became the first African American to win gold in the Olympics. And in 1948, Alice Korchman became the first black woman in the world to win in the Olympic gold medal while competing in the high jump.
The oldest black female Greek letter organization, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, also known as the AKAs, was founded at Howard University in 1908. My grandmother and my aunts are all AKAs, and that is so cool. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is the first black male Greek letter organization and was founded in 1906 at Cornell University. That's it for today, guys. Join us tomorrow for our last Black History Fact. Bye!
Woo! Yeah, baby. See you tomorrow.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today, it's February 28th, and we're back with our last Black History Fact. Thanks so much for joining me this month, guys. I learned so much, and I hope you learned something too. Let's get ready for our last Black History Fact. Kathy Williams was the one and only Buffalo soldier, and she was a female. She posed as a man named William Cathay to enlist in the 38th Infantry in 1866. She served for 2 years before a doctor discovered she was a woman, leading to her discharge.
In 2008, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt became the first man to ever set 3 world records in the single Olympic Games.
Eatonville, Florida, the childhood home of writer and cultural anthropologist Zerla Neale Hurston, is also the first town in the country to be incorporated by African Americans. Happy Participant Month. we'll see you next year, guys, for more Black History Facts. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tune into my other videos.